Previously on Ditching the Split.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. That scares me.
God, this is embarrassing.
This looks insane. Somebody insulated their ceiling with a blanket?
Check out that double gable action. Look how beautiful that looks with the stone. Oh my God.
Welcome to episode 6 of Ditching the Split. First things first, it is hot as
Molasses.
and we are gearing up for a very hot week because
It's
gonna
summer.
be hot. Like it's summer.
Duh.
We're gonna see how far we get with the construction of the porch. Now, where we left you in the last episode, we were dealing with a little bit of a fiasco with the roof. So at the time of filming this, we don't have any updates to share with you. Hopefully we have updates for you soon, but nothing at the moment. But the show must go on, so we're gonna keep going with the porch. First things first, let's get it right out of the way. You guys want the tea on the roofers. And we didn't mean to leave you guys on such a cliffhanger when I said that things went wrong, but it was just that things went wrong. And at the time of filming, we were hoping that we would reach a resolution. So you guys see the episodes, they're filmed like a couple weeks in advance, but then when we sit down and talk, it's always like for that week. So at the time, we were hoping that they would resolve it and we'd reach some sort of resolution by the time the video went live. But we've been ghosted, so there's no resolution.
Yeah, I don't think they want to fix it, and quite frankly, I think they did their best, and they just are terrible at their job. No, really.
Basically what happened was we hired somebody to do it. It was somebody who was a referral that Andrew even knew of. Hence why he said don't trust anybody, because he actually knew this guy.
Don't trust anybody.
They were able to do it really fast, which we appreciated, but the workmanship was really, really bad. And so we're left with a roof that needs to be redone because they didn't install the shingles properly in the first place. So now we have no warranty at all with the shingles. So we tried reaching some sort of resolution and having them fix it, and then they just stopped responding.
It's not just the shingles that were put down incorrectly, it's the prep that wasn't done under the shingles. Like there was no ice and water shield at the eaves, none in the valleys. There was no membrane on the roof deck anywhere. Even some of the eaves have absolutely nothing under them. It's just the shingles nailed directly to the deck. And like you look at the shingles, they're wavy like crazy. When you get to the top of the roof, they lost like 6 inches from one end to the other, which is almost impossible to do. And like they managed to mess it up that bad. There's just so many things wrong that it needs to be taken off completely and completely redone. Like none of the roof is salvageable at all.
And that is at the advice of somebody else who came to see the roof, and also the manufacturers of the shingles had advised that it's not installed properly, so you're best removing the shingles and doing it yourself. I didn't mean to leave you guys on such a cliffhanger with that in the last video, but we were hoping we would have some sort of resolution, and so I didn't want to dive too much into what happened, but no resolution was reached, and so at the time of filming this, we've already started reshingling it ourselves.
Yeah, and I did ask questions as they were going. I kind of gave them the benefit of the doubt. To be honest with you, I should have just, as soon as they started and I saw kind of how they were doing things, I should have said, get off my roof, because I paid for the materials. But I gave them the benefit of the doubt. I thought they would kind of do it properly. I thought maybe, okay, like, give them a chance. But I should have just gone with my gut and just kicked them off my property.
I honestly wasn't even going to say too much about it in this video, but...
No, but you may as well.
You're
like,
angry.
It's annoying because, like, it's just such a waste of money, a waste of time, and it slowed everything down because I've had to rip portions of the roof off already to continue certain parts because we did have water come in the house already. The day they left, it rained and water was running down the wall in the dining room. So
yeah, that's what happened with the roof. Okay, continuing on.
I'm checking our elevation, so we're using 2x8 joists that are going to sit on this beam. So I set the laser up 7 1/4 because that's a 2x8 on the post to set my laser on the wall for our ledger. That way we know we're level all the way across. We got to pre-drill through the block, and I put an extra ledger against the wall, so you'll see us do that. So yes, you do that.
All right, let's get right down to it.
We're gonna snap a line.
Okay.
You have to hold it nice and tight because I'm gonna really pull it.
Okay, babe.
We'll lift it up.
Okay.
And you're gonna keep it tight to the corner.
Okay.
And I'm gonna just drill a hole here to start.
Okay. Here's what Andrew's using for this, in case you were wondering. The GRK fasteners.
Good for pressure lumber. Replaces 1/2-inch lag bolts. And this called for 1/2-inch lag bolts, but they're kind of junky. I like these better. I'm sweating. As we showed, we're using the GRK structural screws that go through the block into the double rim joist inside the house. The beam on the outside, oh, here he is.
It's the building inspector.
Uh-oh. Coming to shut us
We're
down?
in big trouble. Not clickbait. Here's a question for you guys viewing this. Ceiling fan in here or no ceiling fan in here? Because we have a covered porch down below by the pool and the ceiling was too low to do a ceiling fan, although it would have been nice for the sake of like airflow and bugs. And because that side of the house gets so much sun. This side doesn't get that much sun, so it doesn't get that hot. But we've been contemplating whether or not to do a ceiling fan or 2 ceiling fans. What do you think? If you guys have a covered porch with a ceiling fan, can you share your insight? We're still trying to decide. So crazy if you think about it, like standing right here, building the porch.
Yeah.
We'll probably never stand here ever again. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I always think about that. Even when I was up on the roof, I was like, I'll probably never be up here ever again.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Let's hope.
We just got back from the store. We had to pick up some extra supplies for building the porch, some lumber and things like that. Yesterday, I learned that my dog Aspen loves bubbles. So of course I had to order her a bubble machine. I don't know if I'm late to the party, but look how much fun this is. Get him, girl. She just loves them so much, I couldn't resist. And she's just so happy. You can't even put a price on a dog's happiness like that. We're using hurricane ties as additional reinforcement on the deck, although it's not necessary. It's like,
yeah, they're not on the drawing and they're not required, but I like to use the ones that are like they wrap around either side, because you don't want to just toenail a screw because half the time it splits, but the store didn't have any.
oh my goodness, this heat is crazy.
It's brutal, eh?
Okay. Oh, this is nice.
Isn't it something?
This is the life.
You can't beat it. You can't get this anywhere.
Wait, hold on, you got something. Tell me that's a freaking booger.
Probably.
Tell me that was a booger.
It was.
Okay, so where we last left you, we had just done all the little joists, and then we had extra plywood. Hold on. Hold the truck.
So peaceful.
We just put all the joists in, and then we had extra plywood that we'll be using when we take down the brick elsewhere around the house. And so we made a little platform, a little makeshift porch.
Just safely to walk on to finish working on the ceiling. We gotta strap it to bring it down to height, prep it for the finished product, and run all the electrical.
It's gonna be beautiful.
The bees love it already. Ceiling's framed. We still have to pack out this front beam another 3 inches. Well, right now we can run the electrical for our pot lights. I think we're just doing one row down the center, evenly spaced between the posts. And then I'd like to start on the soffit soon. We've decided to do recessed lighting, pot lighting in the porch ceiling. So what I've done is I've centered one on between the 2 beams here where the stairs are. And so we're doing 3 here centered between the posts, 2 centered between those posts, and 2 centered between the posts over there. We're just deciding on if we should do soffit lighting on the exterior. I think it would look nice to have one on that outside corner because that's going to be a dark spot regardless.
Yeah, right here.
And then put one on either side of this small gable here in the soffit. And then maybe match it on the garage gable as well so that it just gives some extra lighting.
All right, good morning, beautiful people of renovation YouTube. We're back for another day of work, and today we're going to be tackling the soffit.
Today we're starting to install the soffit and fascia. We're going to start in this corner, try and get this side done, and then work our way down to the corner of the garage.
So all of our soffit, J-trim, and fascia was so graciously gifted to us from Peak Products, which is sold at Home Depot. And shout out to Peak Products because every time we need them to come through with helping us with the renovation, they're like right there ready to help. So all of this is available at Home Depot, or you can go to peakproducts.ca
or .com. There's Canadian and US website. There's different websites.
Good. So we're gonna get all this installed and start closing in the house.
A few moments later.
Okay.
That wasn't so bad.
No, we tried with the soffit screws already and they kept popping off of the drill bit.
Ideally, like you can get a stapler for it that fits inside there because ideally you want like the 2 pieces with the hook so because the nails can pull out. But I'll go back after and pop a few screws in before I put the fascia board on.
Craig, this stuff is sharp.
I know. You want gloves?
I might have to put gloves on, yeah, because I'm bleeding now.
Actually?
Well, it's just like, it doesn't hurt, it's just so sharp. Do you want to go in the house, boy?
I think they'd be happier.
Okay, let's go in the house. You tried, okay? It's nice and hot for you.
Okay, let's go inside.
Come on, man.
Go inside.
Too hot for puppy dogs today.
Well, it's a start.
I think it looks really good. There's one thing I do want to point out while I have you here, just before the comments beat me to it, because I know that some people are going to question this window being off center with this big one and the door. So this is our basement window, and if you remember, we renovated the basement last year without knowing that we were going to do this renovation. I mean, we always hoped we would, but we hadn't like started fully planning for it. That window, I know it looks a little weird off center with the new window, but this whole area here is going to be landscaped, so you won't even see that window at all. And actually, as far as the light coming in through the basement, people were asking about like how it's affected the light.
It hasn't even changed yet. Oh, for those.
Those 2 windows are the garage, like I said in the last episode, so we didn't care about that. But this window, actually, it hasn't affected it at all because the sun comes through like this side of the house. Yeah. So it's kind of a blessing in disguise that we could only make the porch come out so far because of permitting.
It worked out good.
Oh, also this window is centered in the living room, the basement living room.
Yeah.
That was like one other detail too, is because we could have moved it over if we wanted to replace that window as well, but it's centered.
You can't have it look good on the inside and outside all the time, especially with a renovation.
You gotta just make it work, okay? Amazon's here, they're dropping off our new pot lights, recessed lighting. Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you. Got him. Do you want to do the intro?
What's the intro?
I don't know, actually.
It looks like it's gonna rain. It's really windy, kind of a miserable day. So if it starts raining, I won't be upset to go and take a break from doing the house.
Really?
Yeah, we deserve a day off. It's been like a month of just like, all right, start cutting the fascia. Soffit. Ackley, she's up here.
Aki, come here, buddy.
No. Oh my God.
No way.
Good boy. Okay, come here, Aspen.
I hope you guys saw that. Good job. That was his physical activity for the next like week. sometimes we can't even get him out of bed.
He's such a special man.
We don't have gutters yet, as you can see. I have a very exciting announcement to make. I have officially invested in some steel-toed boots. I am a blue-collar girl now. This is my first pair of steel-toed shoes.
This is what you've been wearing.
Don't even show my orthopedic Skechers.
Your orthopedic Skechers.
They're just really comfortable. You will now see me wearing some steel-toed boots. They are black and pink, so they're a little bit my style. So I am saying goodbye to the orthopedic Skechers. It's also funny that I'm putting these on after we just finished the craziest part of this renovation, which was doing the roof. So you guys have seen a lot of progress on the front of the house, but I think there's a lot of you who don't actually know what's going on at the back of our house. If you're a new follower, the backyard content is what we're most known for, is all the work we've done to our backyard. And there's videos on our channel if you guys want to see a backyard tour and everything like that. But we never show you the actual house itself because this is also a work in progress, obviously, that we now have to tackle. So this wall was aluminum siding, and then obviously the exposed
The Porch foundation.
So this is going to be part of the renovation as well. So we'll have to take all the siding off and redo it. But then moving to the back of the house is more mixed match materials.
This is a good angle. You can see, so the garage was added years later, and instead of carrying the brick around, the previous owner who did this addition just did siding. So the brick is actually only on the back in that little corner of the house. So the back of the garage, that window is getting changed. That's our bedroom. That window will be changed. And the lower garage window there is going to be changed to a smaller one as well. This is like a 2-story garage. It's a core slab concrete floor. So there's garage underneath the garage you see from upstairs. And that continues under the house, as you can see. There is light coming in with the deck built, but that's all part of the garage, so it really doesn't matter anyways.
This area has seen a huge facelift in the last 4 years as well, because we restored the pool, which is a little cloudy right now. We're just working on that. And then this whole seating area, which is kind of a mess right now, used to be a wall built out of doors. So when the house was built, the person who built it used a lot of recycled material. So we've seen that a lot in this build, but when it came to this whole area was closed in and it was a whole wall made out of doors. And we have other videos that touch on that as well, but it's come a long way.
I mean, they were solid wood doors, and it was basically, instead of using studs, it was just solid wood doors nailed in between the posts and then the siding attached directly to that, which, I mean, good for them. Like, it was
Crafty.
a good use of material.
Yeah.
Like,
if you've ever renovated, you know, like you start something like here, but then this doesn't match. And then like the garage doors need replaced, but then like this is brick and this is siding, and like it just becomes a little overwhelming trying to like match stuff together. But we're finally reaching the point with this exterior renovation that everything will match eventually.
I removed the soffit and fascia and gutters. Now I started removing the top row of siding so that we can get the new soffit in. And as soon as I bumped into the siding, there's a lot of dead wasps behind it.
Well, good thing I have my boots on.
It's a good thing you got those, because without I don't even think you could be out here right now. I don't see nothing.
Okay, that's good. How's it going?
Great.
I got more for you.
Thanks.
Let's take the siding down. It's gonna be gross. Ew, it's already gross.
So what you want to do is basically...
You think this is gonna be easier than just going row by row?
Oh yeah, for sure. Just like that.
Yeah. Yuck.
What?
What did I just smell?
Totally yucktastic. We're gonna have a lot of scrap metal,
I
eh?
know. We're so excited to show you guys what comes next in this project. We've made a lot of progress, and I say it every video, but we really are moving quick.
Yeah, the roof stuff slowed us down a little, so that's why this video is a little bit not as much progress. I don't know, it just seems like that. I think just because in my head it's been spinning, like
Yeah.
with the whole roof thing, and having to like redo part of the roof to continue other stuff.
Oh, there is one more thing that I do want to say, and I wanted to clarify that in episode 4, when we started building the gable on the roof and we uncovered a baby in the roof. Unfortunately, we found something very sad inside the ceiling.
Aw, there's a baby. Look.
Oh no. The baby was a mouse and her mother. The two of them were just like
Right beside each other.
right beside each other. So it was very sad. But again, I didn't mean to leave you guys on a cliffhanger. Sometimes I forget that you guys aren't experiencing this in real time while we are. So I'll start talking and then I'll lose sight of where I was going with that. And thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you have enjoyed, and we're gonna see you guys next Sunday for another new episode.
Fun-filled episode.
Always a fun-filled episode.
That's it.
Next week on Ditching the Split. We don't cheap out, you know? Like, we like to do things right.
That's not what the comments are saying right now. Gabe, why do you keep putting us in these situations?
Everything they did was wrong. Not gonna hold back. But tell them what? That I'm angry, that this sucks, that I shouldn't be doing this. It's a lot of work, and I understand that, but I think the end result is gonna be amazing.